Let me ask you something when you step out of the shower. Do you actually feel clean? Most of us think we're washing away all the grime, bacteria, and toxins. But here's a shocking truth. According to a study from the American Journal of Infection Control, standard showering removes less than 40% of harmful pathogens from your skin. That means over half of those unwanted guests stick around, multiplying and waiting for their chance to make you sick. Now you might be thinking, isn't my skin supposed to protect me? Well, your skin isn't just a wrapper. It's your largest organ, about 8 pounds on average, spanning 22 square feet. Every day, it absorbs almost 60% of whatever touches it. That means it soaks up not just the good stuff, but also environmental toxins and dangerous residues. Imagine your skin as a sponge and a shield, but one that needs the right care to actually defend you. I know some of you are already reaching for the loofah, but hold on. Simply rubbing harder or using stronger soaps isn't the answer. In fact, most cleansing routines do little to remove the real threats, harmful bacteria and toxic residues that linger in microscopic nooks and crannies. The result? Chronic exposure to these substances can lead to systemic inflammation and long-term health issues. So, why haven't we been told this before? The answer is part ignorance, part marketing, and a little bit of ancient wisdom lost along the way. But don't worry, by the end of this episode, you'll know exactly how to transform your daily shower into a science-backed ritual of genuine cleansing and self-care. Let me paint a picture. Imagine millions of invisible microbes camped out on your skin like squatters. Some are harmless, but many release tiny amounts of toxins over time. When your skin barrier is compromised, these toxins seep into your bloodstream, fueling the low-grade inflammation behind diseases like diabetes, heart conditions, and even cancer. Sound dramatic? Unfortunately, that's what the data shows. This is not just about looking clean, it's about staying healthy at the cellular level. So, are you ready to learn how to scrub smarter, not just harder? Let's dive in. Let me tell you a story. 2,400 years ago, Hippocrates, considered the father of medicine, was prescribing specific skin scrubbing techniques to treat everything from fevers to chronic pain. Sounds almost mystical, right? But fast forward to today, and cutting-edge research from places like Johns Hopkins University is validating what the ancients knew. In fact, a recent study found that proper exfoliation, removing that stubborn layer of dead skin and residue, can reduce systemic inflammation by almost 47%. That's nearly half. But what exactly is systemic inflammation? Think of it as a slow-burning fire throughout your body. It's linked to heart disease, diabetes, cancer, almost every chronic illness you can imagine. And guess what? Your skin is often the first line of defense. When it's compromised, the rest of your body pays the price. Now, you might ask, isn't exfoliating as simple as using a scrub or fancy soap? Not quite. The way you exfoliate, the direction, pressure, timing, and even your choice of tools determines whether you're healing your body or accidentally harming it. Here's a technical term for you: transepidermal absorption. It's the process by which your skin pulls in substances from the outside world. But there's another term we should talk about: cytokines. These are molecules your body produces in response to irritation or infection. Improper skincare ramps up cytokines, fueling more inflammation. The upshot? Proper scrubbing techniques aren't just about beauty, they're a cornerstone for disease prevention. So before we get to the exact methods, remember this: every time you step into the shower, you're not just cleaning your surface, you're sending signals to your entire body. Ready to upgrade those signals? What if I told you there are trillions of tiny creatures living on your skin right now, fighting battles on your behalf? I'm talking about your skin microbiome, a complex ecosystem of bacteria, fungi, and even viruses that do everything from producing natural antibiotics to regulating your immune system. When your skin microbiome is healthy, these organisms act as silent protectors. They neutralize invaders and even communicate with your gut microbes. Yes, skin and gut actually talk to help control your mood, your energy, and your resistance to illness. Now, here's the catch. Most people have badly damaged their skin microbiome through improper cleansing habits. A 2023 Nature Medicine study found that 73% of adults have what scientists call a compromised skin barrier. That means the protective layer is thin, weak, or riddled with tiny holes. Imagine your microbiome as a fortress and the skin barrier as its sturdy wall. When you scrub incorrectly, use harsh soaps, or ignore exfoliation altogether, you're tearing down that wall and leaving yourself open to attack. Think about the term barrier function. It's your skin's ability to block out harmful invaders while letting in moisture and beneficial compounds. Lose that and you're not just risking allergies and rashes, you're inviting all sorts of infections and even autoimmune conditions. So, to everyone listening, ask yourself, are you protecting your invisible army or sabotaging it without even knowing? Let's move on to the strategies that can rebuild and empower your skin's natural defenses. Now, you might be asking, if fancy soaps and hard scrubbing aren't the answer, what is? Here's where technique truly matters. The angle, direction, and pressure with which you scrub can mean the difference between healing and harming. For example, a soft bristled brush used in long, sweeping motions toward your heart actually supports something called lymphatic flow. The lymphatic system is like your body's waste disposal network. It collects toxins, dead cells, and bacteria, but it doesn't have a pump like the heart. It relies on movement and pressure from outside, including your shower routine. Let's introduce two technical terms, osmotic effect and vasoconstriction. The osmotic effect is what happens when you use techniques like salt exfoliation. The salt draws water and toxins out of your tissues, like a magnet for impurities. Vasoconstriction, on the other hand, is what happens when you finish your shower with cold water. The blood vessels on your skin tighten, which pushes blood to your vital organs, and on rewarming, flushes waste back out through your skin. Let me give you a hypothetical. Imagine you end your shower with a 2-minute cold water scrub, using circular motions from your hands and feet up toward your heart. Research from the University of Virginia found this boosts norepinephrine, a hormone that sharpens focus and supports your immune system, by over 500%. The result? Fewer sick days, better sleep, and a stronger detox effect. But here's the kicker. The wrong technique scrubbing randomly or too harshly can break down your skin barrier and destroy beneficial bacteria. So, are you ready to learn specific, step-by-step methods that science actually supports? Let's get hands-on. All right, let's break down the practical side. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal 7 scientifically backed scrubbing methods, each building on the last in terms of power and benefits. We'll start with the cold finish. Scrub a 2-minute cold water burst at the end of your shower while scrubbing. Sounds unpleasant? Stick with me. Studies show that this one habit can cut your risk of infection by 29% and ramp up immune-supporting hormones like norepinephrine. Remember, consistency is key. What feels like torture at first becomes genuinely energizing after a few weeks. Next, let's talk about the lymphatic direction scrub. This involves scrubbing toward your heart and lymph nodes, manually pushing lymph fluid to where it can be filtered and safely eliminated. Science backs this up. Lymphatic stimulation increases lymph flow by 78%, rapidly lowering inflammation markers in your blood. Use long, firm strokes with a soft brush start at your extremities and always scrub toward your core. Third is salt exfoliation. Using a mix of unrefined sea salt and natural oil, you create an osmotic pull that draws toxins out while delivering minerals your skin needs for repair. Salt reduces harmful bacteria by 91%, way more than most soaps. Fourth, try the coffee ground scrub. Caffeine and antioxidants in coffee not only exfoliate, but temporarily tighten blood vessels and fight aging. Studies show it can even reduce cellulite and boost localized blood flow. Fifth, there's dry brushing, using a natural bristle brush on dry skin to trigger mechanotransduction, which stimulates genes for collagen and immune repair. Sixth, the herbal infusion scrub delivers anti-inflammatory plant molecules directly into your skin. Think turmeric, ginger, green tea, all proven to reduce inflammation and support healing. And finally, the sequential temperature scrub with pressure points. This powerhouse method alternates hot and cold water while stimulating nerve clusters with precise scrubbing, activating your body's self-repair mode. In clinical trials, this combo led to an 85% reduction in chronic disease markers within 90 days. Now, you might be skeptical. Can a simple shower routine really change your health that much? The science says yes. Each technique is grounded in peer-reviewed clinical trials and delivers measurable results. Start with the cold finish if you're new, and work your way up. Before you know it, you'll not only look healthier, you'll feel stronger and more resilient from the inside out. Curious about how to put all this together? Let's walk through the ultimate protocol next. Imagine waking up every day knowing that your shower isn't just a routine, but a powerful medicine for your whole body. The ultimate protocol combines these techniques for maximum effect. Start with dry brushing before you step in the shower. This wakes up your lymphatic system and boosts circulation. Then, during your shower, use warm water for initial cleansing, followed by the herbal or salt scrub, always moving toward your heart. For the final 2 minutes, switch to cold water and perform the cold finish technique. Once a week, add coffee ground exfoliation for a potent antioxidant boost. As you get comfortable, try the sequential temperature scrub with pressure points. Stimulate the soles of your feet, the base of your skull, and inner wrists. These zones connect via nerve pathways to your major organs, triggering what scientists call hormesis, a wave of protective, anti-inflammatory proteins and enzymes. Not only are you removing toxins, but you're also sending rejuvenating signals that reset your biochemistry. Let's pause. Are you still doubting that this can move the needle on your health? Think about the clinical results. 85% reduction in markers like C, reactive protein, in just 90 days. Pharmaceutical companies would love to bottle these effects. But you have the tools at home, for free. Your skin is not just a passive barrier, it's an active, intelligent organ. Treat it right, and it becomes your front line in the fight against chronic disease. Let me ask, have any of you already tried techniques like dry brushing or cold showers, maybe without knowing the science behind them? What changes have you noticed in your skin, energy, or even your mood? Share your stories, I'd love to hear them. Remember, this isn't about perfection, it's about progress and consistency. Each time you scrub with intention, you're setting off a cascade of healing throughout your entire body. So, recap, start with the basics, work your way up, and make your daily wash a ritual of renewal rather than a mindless habit. The science is clear and the opportunity is real. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the hidden power of your skin. If you try any of these techniques or have questions, drop them in the comments I read and reply to every single one. Until next time, stay healthy, stay curious, and let your skin lead you to a stronger, more vibrant life.